I know it's been a while. I've been like going through a lot. A lot. Nothing bad. Just mentally, mentally, my mind is just going through a lot. I've been trying to keep like really not just talk, actually make things happen. So I've been like in 2 weeks I was like not posting anything. I just been trying to do my life, trying to correct things. But all the stuff that I've been not, the reason I haven't been posting is because I've been correcting my wrongs about my past. So life is beautiful. Trust me. Inside, amazing. I'm so excited. Like inside my head, so many things that I have in my head, and like a lot of things, but nothing bad. It's good, very, very good. So, the video that I'm making today is about feelings. What are feelings? How do you feel? How many people actually ask you a day, how do you feel? That's very rare. Um, yeah, people just say hi, and then sometimes they don't even concentrate about their feelings. They just kind of like, whatever's. And they just go about their days. I noticed that. And we don't acknowledge our feelings most of the time. Me, myself, I'm talking about myself, okay? I used to like either hide them, brush them off. What are feelings? What is your perspective about feelings? Like, for me, feelings, since I've been a little girl, since I was born, I consciously, it's like if I acknowledge them that I understand them. I think I was told when I could remember that my parents had to leave and had to leave me when I was 10 months. I was a baby. I don't know what feelings I got, I think. But now that I'm a grown person, I realized that I did get feelings from that 10 months departure from my mom and my dad. I ended up thinking and subconsciously inside my mind, I started feeling I was abandoned by my mom and my dad. And it's a pill that I still swallow. And I told my dad, like maybe last month, that, I don't know what you experienced or how you and my mom broke up. Because I don't know where my mom is. I haven't seen her since I was like 15. And if anybody knows where she is, let me know. I would love to talk to her. I don't know anything about my mom. I met her like when I was 15, and that was it. She's just my mom. She made me. So I want to know about her. But anyways, so when I was talking about my dad, I told him, I don't know what you and my mom were going through. I don't know what happened. I go like that. But I felt abandoned. And I'm like, and I don't know if it's abandoned from you, but I think it was her because she's the one who had me. I go like that. I don't know. So those were the feelings that were created to me as a 10-month baby. I acknowledge them now that I'm 37. Wow, yeah, what a feeling, huh? Yeah. Which also created another feeling, and subconsciously, and externally too, because I express it. I even turn into a new lesson with my relationships. With abandonment issues, I also starting having attachment issues, which kind of like it's the opposite. So those are the feelings I would say I created myself, or induce, or I don't know. I just feel those feelings, and now I could process them, and I'm like, I'm okay with them. I wasn't abandoned. It was just part of life. I don't know what my mom and my dad went through, and as a mom, I don't know. Now that I'm a mom, I'm learning myself to be a better person each day. I'm learning to correct my wrongs. I'm learning to fix things. And not just say it, actually do it. Okay? Because one thing is just saying it. And when people say things, we don't understand how powerful we are. We have to be very mindful what we say. Because what we say is who we are sometimes. Yeah. And when we talk about other people, that's kind of bad too, because sometimes it's a reflection of who we are. But when I'm getting off the subject, so those are the feelings I basically created myself, as a baby, since the videos about feelings. Then later growing up, I will say I remember in El Salvador they put me in a Catholic school, and then they started talking about religion. I never understood religion. I used to go to church because I'm the kind of person that I like to get good grades when I was in school. So they used to give me A if I used to go to church. So I used to go to church to get an A. Not because I like to pray. Because I thought it was kind of like, why do you have to repeat things over and over and over? Who are these people? Who is the saints? Who is this virgin? Who is this person? And why do I have to praise down to them? And I was like, if God exists, and I used to question it. I'm like, God is everywhere. I think God is, God is everywhere. God sees everything. God sees our hearts. God sees our soul. And that's exactly the same way I still feel. Now I know that God is a spirit, and a spirit is within us, once you accept. Yeah. So yeah, those are the feelings basically I had growing up. So then, they threw some Catholic feelings inside of me, some kind of new teaching, and I started, learning those as a kid. So that shaped up, my reality growing up. I remember they baptized me. I don't know what that means. I did it like a little bit. Then they made me do my first communion. I just know I did it because I had to get good grades. Yeah. And I used to go to church because I want to get good grades. So those are the feelings I got from Catholic church. I met my dad when I was 13, and my mom too. That was in 1983. 1983, yeah. And it's funny, my dad went first to El Salvador. No, it wasn't the other way around. It was my mom. She went in January for my birthday, and I met her, and she wanted to bring me here to America, and my grandma didn't let her. And she came back here to America, and she did her life, and I got to meet her, so it's a blessing. And then my dad went in March of the same year, and he actually went to El Salvador to get me to come here, and that's when I came here. So I was 13. I was in a whole new world. I only spoke Spanish. So here I am in America, and I'm like so confused because El Salvador was so different. It was a completely new perspective here. A lot of people, English. I only spoke Spanish. In my mind, I still think in Spanish. I know how to read and write in Spanish. I was 13. I did up the way to fifth grade in El Salvador. And I was just like, okay, a whole new world. Wake up, do what you need to do. Your dad is here. Close those feelings about why you didn't live with your dad. He has you here. So let's see what is going on here. So, you know, feelings started creating inside my heart, inside my mind. I met a cousin that I heard that he was my dad's kind of like son, and he loved him a lot. He didn't talk to me, but as we, I think it was just a misunderstanding. I love him with all my heart and my soul. And Eric, I know you're healing. God is with you, and spirit is with you. I love you. I just love him. He's my cousin. And him and I we had a misunderstanding. He apologized to me now that we're older, and this happened maybe 3 years ago. And I just checked the post on Facebook, because sometimes I go on Facebook. It's just for family, and I'm so proud of my cousin Eric. He's taking out his feelings, which is so beautiful. He's healing. So that's the whole point of feelings. As we grow, we get these feelings. Either we learn through church. Then when I came here, I started going to Pentecostal church. Best experience ever. It was beautiful. I felt spirit there. Only that I have always been the kind of person that I don't like to follow. That was the problem. That's why I didn't stay in church. And then I started dressing in black. And then, I kind of felt bad when somebody said that I was like a witch. And in my head, I'm like, if I'm here in church, why would I be thinking about things like that? I believe in God. I don't believe in doing people, bad things. I've been through a life as a teenager. I'm just literally trying to figure out who I am and what I'm here for, you know. And people would always tell me, God has you here for a reason. And I was like, oh, thank you. That feels so good. So God always sent me angels, and He always kept on putting good feelings inside of me. But as life went through, a lot of different things started happening. Then I learned about Pentecostal church, beautiful. My family, you know, a lot of changes. At 18, I thought I could do everything and anything I wanted. I went through high school, went to school. I did good in school. I met a lot of beautiful people. Like, yeah, a lot. Like, no complaints. Like, yeah. And I've learned about respecting people that like girls. I've never seen myself the way that I look, but I think I'm blessed, and you know, God gave me a beautiful avatar, so thank you, God, and I'm grateful to you. And my own craziness kind of mixes it up in here. So, you know, feelings keep on growing, you keep on learning through high school, you keep on growing up. And then at 18, I started like developing feelings for a guy. And wow, that was like a whole new vibe, a completely whole new vibe. I allow other people to control my feelings. So yeah, you know, that's how feelings, I think, works. And we keep on growing up, and things just keep on accumulating, things that people do to us, things that people make us feel. And sometimes I don't know why we allow those feelings just to make us feel bad, because feelings honestly are so beautiful, but we have to learn to control our feelings, not just allow to control us. um that's an example of how many feelings I had inside my life. Like when I had my kids, Carla was the love of my life. Like I remember coming out of the hospital, and I was like carrying her in my lap, and I was like, I will never be alone ever again, because this little girl is gonna be my daughter, and she's gonna be unconditional love, and she's gonna be like the most beautiful feeling of love. So feelings are beautiful if we know how to use them and we know how to feel them and things like that. But if we know how to keep them inside, I was the kind of person before that I used to hide them. I wouldn't express them. I wouldn't express fear. I would even hide them and maybe kind of numb them. And, you know, there's a lot of layers and layers of feelings that I had inside my mind. And I, you know, now that as I got older, I started to discover that I have many layers of Jessica too. I always used to talk to myself, but like I said, in my own illusion before, I used to say that I was crazy. And it's not that I was crazy, it's that I didn't even know what was going on inside my own mind. And I would actually be just so blind to the feelings that will overpower my own subconscious mentality within, that I wouldn't acknowledge the feelings, and I would just kind of numb them and ignore them. So that's the point of analyzation that I come when it comes to feelings, when it comes about thinking. What feelings have you created since growing up? How are feelings shaping our reality? Because see, before I used to complain a lot about all the things that I, you know, growing up, my parents and blah blah blah, my exes, and I always used to think like negative about them. So negative feelings, now in my head, whenever I get a negative feeling, I'm like, back to source. No, you did not. Okay, you learned from it, Jessica. Move on beyond the feeling. You already processed it, so you're good. Before, I used to play the victim mentality. I used to play like, oh, I'm not learning from this. Oh, why am I so dumb? So I kind of used to like automatically, with the words that I would use to talk about my problems or the feelings that I used to feel before, I think I would kind of like throw myself in kind of like in the same cycle. Now I acknowledge them, and once I acknowledge them, it means letting them go, which means that I don't care about them anymore, which means that I'm like, okay, I acknowledge you, I am feeling like that, so what? Thank you, what are you trying to teach me? And go back to wherever you came from. Thank you very much, keep on flowing. I don't even concentrate. Like whatever I feel, I say it now, honestly, from my heart. All the feelings that I said, you know, since growing up, they're completely have been they're a process that I still being analyzed, because I'm gonna go to counseling, I'm gonna process a lot of things. As a relationship, I've learned a lot, you know, through guys, and I've been very inquisitive. I've been the kind of girl that when I talk to a guy, I'm like, what's your perspective? And how do you think? And I like to see how people think. I do. I like to pick on people's brain. And yeah, I like to see how people and how smart people are. I admire passion in people. I admired those feelings they feel inside of them, like when they are truly passionate, like when I see an artist. I just want to encourage them to tell them, like, keep on doing you. You're so beautiful. If you saw how beautiful I see you, just do you. Like, I want to be like their cheerleaders and stuff. But yeah, then people think we're so. It's like, honestly, I don't like. Some people say, oh, you just pump just for kiss ass. No, I'm the kind of person that I pump you because, fuck, you're fucking awesome inside. Sometimes we just don't see it and shit. So sometimes it's okay, every single day I don't mind saying you're awesome, you're beautiful, look inside of you, the answers inside of you. So that's my mentality now. So yeah, feelings. How do our feelings really make our own perception? How our feelings shape our life? How are feelings making you feel? How are feelings doing your life? How are feelings making you feel when you wake up? How are feelings making you feel throughout the day? What feelings are we allowing other people to put inside of us? What feelings do we feel about the area or our environment? Yeah. Ooh, like 2 weeks ago? No, last week. Oh my God. I've been tested around my environment that I'm at the point that I'm just like, Jessica, you stay in your lane, Jessica. You stay in your lane. Like, you already know what you need to do, Jessica. Just keep on doing what you need to do, which is, do your YouTube channel, do your perception of what you think and what's going on inside your mind. But there's a lot of things that are going inside my mind that, for right now, little by little, to the right people is going to go at the right place. So it is what it is. I'm just living every single day like a flow. Like, okay, wake up, let's go. And some days I wake up so happy. Some days I wake up thinking some weird stuff. Some days I'm thinking of certain people. And some days I'm thinking like, okay, let me call Rachel today. My friends, I don't know, my circle's very small. You see this hand? I could only say my circle now is, yeah, 2 people. I have let go of so many people, and it's like, it's okay though. I'm happy because those 2 people that I talk to and I still keep in touch with, they, if anything, they're my little cheerleaders, and I'm the little cheerleaders, and we're just like, yes, 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 and we go to events and we go dancing and we go, have fun, and we do our things like we're girls, and it's amazing. Yeah. And then other people that, like, I have a lot of people that are on Instagram that I really love. Oh my God, Instagram I think is one of the most amazing places when it comes to learning and feeding your mind, especially if you're inquisitive. So, I think that's what it is when it comes about feelings. There's feelings that other people put inside of us. There's feelings that wasn't as we think of perception. Now I come to the point that everybody has their own perception. Everybody's their own world, so everybody's creating their own reality. So I'm in my own lane. I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm not even gonna talk about things that have happened to me in the past because all those feelings I haven't been allowing them to stay anymore. I'm figuring out exactly who Jessica is, which is exactly who I need to worry about. And I am responsible for my beautiful goddess Carla and Sasha. And yeah. So, what are your feelings doing for you? What is the reality, or how much do they influence the life that you live in right now? Are you sad all the time? Why? Life is beautiful. Tell me why you're sad. Share your feelings with me. Talk to me. I mean, I think people sometimes hide their feelings most of the time. And we are so beautiful inside, but we don't go inside ourselves. We mostly look for outside external people to try to give us an approval. An approval that we honestly seek externally, we're never going to find. The only approval we need is inside. So maybe start talking to yourself more and start thinking like, what feelings am I really experiencing? Where did these feelings come from? Think about it. Feelings are beautiful. And once you've changed like the perspective inside of you, I mean, I don't even know how to say it. You feel something inside your heart and you wake up every single day feeling some type of way. And the nicest thing is that nobody makes you feel some type of way. It's all you. Like, you got the magic inside of you to feel this good. Yes. hmm Yes. Everybody does. So let's start opening up our feelings. Let's start, like, that's like the key. Opening within, opening your mind. We, me, I was the kind of person that I love Netflix when I got access to Netflix. And I'm a romantic at heart, so I used to watch Korean dramas. And I used to like binge, like watch like 10 episodes like in 3 days. I was bad. So I used to live in that romantic world, like, oh my god. I used to be half asleep half of the time. I just did what I needed to do to go home and watch Korean romantic dramas because I was trying to hide what I was experiencing. So my feelings were numb. There's something, everybody has a different. For me was, watching Korean drama, romantic stuff. I wanted to leave that, I guess. And I've always, for the first time, I could say now that I'm in charge of my feelings, I'm taking care of me. I'm like there, like Jessica's there. Like Jessica's completely inside there. Jessica knows exactly what she feels right now. And as life is going, of course I'm gonna change because my perspective has changed in so many ways. So doesn't mean that I'm perfect. Does not mean that I'm not perfect, but it means that I'm perfectly imperfect and I'm happy within myself. And if you don't like it, and if people don't like it, as long as you like yourself, don't worry about it, right? I mean, feelings are so nice. I mean, yes. I mean, that's what shapes us, honestly. We just have to acknowledge it. We just really, 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 really have to see it. My perspective inside my head has changed so much. And every single day, like sometimes I wake up with a headache. Like right now I feel pressure right here. Maybe we're stressing about something. I haven't done the YouTube channel. Sometimes I think like people are gonna look at me doing this in my car and they're gonna think I'm crazy. So what? I know why I'm doing it. It makes sense in my head, and because it makes sense in my head, I'm driven by that. So that's my passion. Being able to express exactly how I feel inside, talk about your feelings, express how you feel. Talk to me. I'm Jessica, Jessica Love, and I would like everyone to feel exactly how I feel inside my heart, inside my mind. But the first door to that is expressing our feelings. So talk about your feelings. You don't have to talk to me necessarily. You could talk to anyone. But you also have to learn who you share your feelings with, because not everybody's there also just to say, yeah, girl, you got this, yeah. Or sometimes like, okay, we have to acknowledge the feeling. You feel sad, let's find a way, because sometimes people's perspective of life that they're going through does not mean that they're gonna have the same heart that you have inside of you. So we have to learn a very important word: discerning. Who are you sharing your feelings with? Who are you sharing your story with? All those things just come into place, and it's like, it is what it is. Feelings lead me since I was a kid. And now, because of how beautiful I feel inside my heart, it's my drive to do this channel, basically. That's exactly what it is. Because all the feelings inside my heart are like, my heart is every day happy. Every day I have gratitude. Every day I'm like, okay, I'm learning. Even when I think I'm not doing something, I know that I'm doing something because internally I'm always learning. So I'm not gonna depend on what anybody wants to think. I'm gonna depend on what I feel. I'm gonna trust in myself. I'm gonna trust in the feelings feel inside my heart, and open our hearts. Each day is a beautiful blessing for us to wake up. And if the feelings that we make ourselves, we're sure that come within us, will make us so much happy. Yes, yes. We have all the answers inside of us. I mean, that's how much our feelings can help us. So You are your own key. Check it out. I mean, think about it. So I'm trying to give answers here. I'm trying to be, make people think. If you have any questions, hit me up on my Instagram. I think I should put the link or something. But yeah, think about it. Love yourself. Do your feelings. Analyze them. Don't keep them in. But sometimes it's best to write them in. That's what I used to do. Especially if it's negative feelings, write them down and burn them. And then let them go. And don't think about them no more. Because that's what really shapes sometimes the reality. So yeah, keep on creating your beautiful life. Keep on loving yourself most of all. Keep on believing in yourself. And thank you for listening to me. You guys have an amazing day. Bye.